Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with West Point Warriors head football coach, Kevin McCravy, powered by Campus Traditions. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome to the first West Point Football Coach Speak for 2025. Welcome in, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks for being here. You've been with these boys now for a couple of weeks. Y'all have had a chance to practice. You're right at game time, just about.
Right.
But tell us what the makeup of this team looks like.
Well, we've got 5 for sure starters coming back on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Some of those kids are the same kids though. But we do have 5 coming back, so we do have some experience coming back.
Okay.
We've got we had a lot of kids come out that have never played before.
Oh.
That are really contributing to the team and really
Nice.
doing a good job contributing to the team.
Good deal.
So, you know, we're excited about getting this thing going.
Yeah, good deal. So if you could, give us a couple of 3 adjectives that would describe this team, at least what you've seen to this point.
First of all, adaptable.
Oh, nice.
Adaptable. We've been in a situation where you know, it seems like there's always something that happens right before we get ready to hit the practice field.
Oh,
whether
yeah.
it be, you know, heat advisories that we've had this week or lightning or dealing with you know, use of the game field versus use of the practice field and where we need to go. But
Right.
these kids, when they get down their 7th period, I mean they're dressed and ready to go no matter
Good.
what, and they adapt very well. And
Good.
I would also use resilient as one for
Nice.
those same reasons. You know, we've had a lot of things that a lot of adversities we've had to face, and one of the big themes this week was, you know, those are things out of our control.
Yes.
So, you know, we're talking about the things that we can control.
Yes.
So
for
I would
sure.
say resilient for sure.
Good deal. So tell us a little bit about the leaders that you've seen kind of pop up in the last, well, it may have been the last couple of weeks, it may have been over the last 7 or 8 months. Who are some of your leaders?
We've got Christopher Skipper.
Okay.
He is a starting secondary player.
Right.
He's basically the quarterback on the defense. He can
Nice.
get everybody lined up. He knows where everybody's supposed to fit from the D line back.
Good deal.
He could probably call the entire game on defense if we let him.
Ha!
I don't
There
know
you
that
go.
we're ready to allow that to happen, but
Right.
but he could because he's super football smart.
Yeah.
He
Good.
gets everybody lined up. Julio Fuentes is another one.
Okay.
He's playing linebacker and he's playing on the offensive line. He's
Okay.
starting both ways, and he's really stepped up and been a leader. And he's a kid that he does things that go unnoticed by a lot of people.
Right.
You know, once everybody's out and I'm the only one left, Julio may be in there sweeping the locker room or something
wow.
like that. And Bryant Moon is another one, and he's another one of those kids that him and Julio both may be in there cleaning the locker room when everybody else is gone.
Huh. How about
So
that?
they've both stepped up as leaders, and they lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that I like about them is that none of those kids are a rah-rah guy.
Right.
Then, you know, but they do things the right way and they lead by example.
Okay, great. So the position groups, tell us a little bit about them.
I think our running back group right now is probably our strongest. It returns the most experience.
Right.
We've returned our starting running back who ran for almost 900 yards last year and was the
Fantastic.
Marmac First and Sold 5A Northwest Alabama Player of the Year last year. So
Excellent.
he's back. And then the other 2, the guys that kind of backed him up last year, they're also back, and they're also starting on defense as well. So but they provide some good depth at running back.
Sure.
The offensive line, we returned 3 starters.
Right.
So we've got some experience coming back there. Defensive line is young.
Right.
Right now we're looking at possibly 2 sophomores and a senior, or 3 sophomores starting.
Okay.
Linebacker crew returns some experience. Secondary is probably our strongest group on defense.
Right.
We have most of those guys back, and then you also have Christopher Skipper that I talked about. He's
Yes.
back, kind of leads the charge on that group. Quarterback is we graduated a kid last year that was a 4-year starter.
Wow.
So we've kind of used the summer and the spring to kind of create a 2-way competition to see who's going to go win the job.
Sure.
So
Any hints to have you found the guy?
We're going to go with Aiden Ennis.
Okay.
He's going to be the starter.
Okay.
But he's ended up just within the last month or so kind of winning the job.
All right.
But the backup is very formidable backup. I mean, he's does a really good job. So it was a tight competition from spring through late July. It was they were pretty neck and neck.
Okay.
Receiving core, we return two starters. And then we've got a bunch of those new kids that are out that are going to help us there. They're going to help out a lot at receiver.
Right. Good. All right. So don't want to leave out the staff. We know that year in, year out, the way things are in this day and age, staff turnover is pretty regular. You may have some that move on and move up, some that just move out. Where do you stand as far as your staff this year?
Staff, well, we return Philip Miller, offensive line coach. He's been here. He's a West Point grad. He's been here for 23 years.
Okay.
And he's coaching offensive line. Justin Cornelius is back. He's the defensive coordinator. He's also coached here for a while. I was able to hire last year. I was able to hire a kid that played running back for me at Decatur High School, and he's coaching running backs. So that's been huge. That's been huge for me. And then hired a young secondary coach that's really sharp, Lane Fuller. He's very smart kid, very smart. I call him a kid. He's young.
Yeah.
But he's really ahead of where he's definitely ahead of where I was at his age. There's no doubt about it. We've got Adam Thompson is our quarterback coach. This will be his third year back at West Point. We've got Jordan Lacey coaching our defensive line, and he actually played for Coach Cornelius at Cold Springs when Coach Cornelius was the head coach at Cold Springs.
Yeah.
So it helps with us being able to have relationships in the past to bring coaches in.
Sure.
I've got Cody McCroy coaching receivers. He is a non-faculty guy.
Okay.
He and I met at the end of the year last year, and he was like, I want to help get this thing going. And
nice.
And so he's on board. He's all in.
Fantastic.
We've got Brad Brazil coaching linebackers. Coach Brazil and I have had. He's coached for some Hall of Fame coaches. He coached for Don Jacobs when he was at Elmont. He's coached for some Hall of Fame guys, and he's got a Hall of Fame resume. Right. As far as his references and stuff.
Yes.
But he and I also had connections through Coach Adcock at Decatur. I don't want to leave anybody out. We've got Jay Smith, who we brought on right after Thanksgiving to be our strength and conditioning coordinator, and it's made a huge difference in our team thus far. Like I said, I don't want to leave anybody out.
That's a bunch.
We do have quite a bit. We do have quite a bit down there.
Yeah, that's a good issue to have. I guess
for sure.
Is to have more than enough staff.
Absolutely.
Right? All right. So tomorrow night is your first game. It's here already. Mm-hmm. You play Haleyville. Tell us, what do you expect to see from the Lions?
They're well coached.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it. They're well coached. They're very sound in what they do, scheme wise. They're sound and well coached.
Right.
So I expect them to, know how to line up, know where to be. I expect them to tackle well.
Right.
I expect them to execute on offense. I know what Coach Culver's about, and I know how well coached they are. So I fully expect to get their best game as well.
You think they'll be ready, right?
Yeah. No, there's no doubt they will be ready.
Okay, good deal. So this is a little bit of an unfair question, I guess, seeing as we're still in preseason. But if you could kind of look out over the season, what games that are going to be played, what kind of prediction could you give us for the team this season?
Prediction-wise, I would say that we're going to be more competitive than we were last year.
Oh, nice.
We were in a lot of close games last year. Like we were talking before we got started about the Haleyville game last year.
Right.
But so we've been kind of breeding competition during the off season.
Okay.
And breeding finishing during the off season. So I expect us to be much more competitive than we were.
Sure.
And that's the main goal. But as far as looking out, I can't give a win-loss total.
I know.
We're looking week to week, and
That's all you can
We're
do,
focusing
really.
on us. I mean,
Okay.
we're focusing on us, and that's our goal. Just let's
Okay.
focus on us, and whatever happens, happens. If we do what we're supposed to do, I feel pretty good about it.
Very good. So, Coach, that's our first show. It's in the books. We look forward to seeing what you guys do this season. And I wanted to make a quick note to our audience. This is going to be an every other week show, except for next week. We will be covering this game tomorrow night, next week, and then after that, we'll go every 2 weeks with a show throughout the season. So stay tuned, stay with us, and thanks for watching.